Yeah, so far so good. See, it's like I'm like running. I'm running really fast, right? I just need to clip the bottom of the video so it looks like I'm running really fast, right? Wouldn't that be funny? That'd be pretty funny. Okay, here we go. Bike blogger here. Topic of the day. What are we doing today? Today we're just going for a short little bike ride. I'm on a somewhat controlled course, controlled environment. What are we doing today? So today I want to do a little challenge to myself. I might have to break the rules here and there because I want to make sure I don't, cause any accidents or anything. But whoa, just ran over a log, so that's a good start. What the heck? Wait a minute, just let me stop. Let me turn around. I'm gonna do the good thing. I'm gonna do the good Samaritan thing here so no one else hits this log. I'm trying to fix my GoPro mount here, and that's why I hit the log. That's my excuse, at least. Who left the log here? There, it's gone now. Hopefully I didn't hurt a little animal. I wasn't actually thinking before I threw that. Anyway, so yeah, a little challenge to myself today. I'm not on a street. I'm gonna try to avoid pedestrians as much as I can. And I'm gonna ride my bike. I'm gonna try to ride my bike all the way around this park here. It's like about 5-6 miles long all the way around. And I'm gonna do it with one hand. I'm gonna try riding my bike with one hand. Now there are intersections with the cars, so I will need to slow down. I may have to stop. I may have to put both my hands down. I will allow myself, though, the rules here, I'm gonna allow myself to switch hands, but I can't use both hands at the same time. So let's try this. Let's try to ride with just one hand on the handlebars for a total of 5-6 miles. In a controlled setting. I'm trying to be responsible, guys. I'm gonna try to be responsible about this. Okay, I wanna do the outer loop of the park. So that actually means I need to go this way so I get to the outer loop. I can do a little practice right now, I guess. So I have bullhorn handlebars. So I have a lot of points I can grasp. The best place to grasp generally for balancing with one hand is somewhere on the outer part, not the inner part so much, I guess. I don't know, actually. Never really thought about that. I learned how to ride my bike with one hand when I was really little. Well, somewhat young. I guess I'd say like maybe, I don't know, I was probably like 6, 7, 8 years old. On a bike with, 2 wheels and not training wheels or whatever. So right now, here comes a cyclist. Okay. That sort of stuff I'm gonna have to watch out for, though. Here comes a pedestrian. I have pretty dang good control over my bike with one hand, but we'll do 2 hands right now. Now, the reason why I'm gonna do the outer loop is because there's 2 trails. There's a cycling trail and a walking or jogging or running trail. So if the walkers or the pedestrians are deciding to use the cycling trail, so be it. You're gonna run into some crazy cyclists like me riding one-handed. So I apologize ahead of time. Not trying to kill nobody, but I want to try this with one hand. I just want to see how long I can do it. I might not be able to do it very long. I'm guessing I'm going to come up to an intersection with cars, and I'm going to have to put both my feet down and stopping my bike with one hand and putting my foot down. See, let's practice right now. It is not easy. I'm gonna fall and hurt myself probably. Oh, okay, I just did it. I just stopped my bike with one hand. Now let's start my bike with one hand. Whoa, okay, that's really weird. So much easier with 2 hands. Okay, let's do this. Here we go. Turning, try not to go in the other intersection. So right now I'm using just my right hand until I get a little tired. Actually, I'm gonna kind of probably do my hand in somewhat near the middle. Here comes a pedestrian, so we're just gonna kind of coast here. Nice and easy. I don't wanna go too slow. If you go too slow when you're balancing on your bike, you're gonna lose that momentum, that inertia, I guess, or whatever it is that allows you to keep the balance going. The slower you're going on the bike, the harder it is to balance. Okay, I'm feeling kind of unwieldy here. Okay, fortunately, another good thing though on this trail is it's pretty dang smooth. It's not very bumpy. there are some bumpier sections. I take that back. There are some bumpier sections, but they're like a mile or two from here. So right now, so far so good. Gotta watch out for stuff on the trail though, because that, like right back there was a little a shut-off valve for natural gas. I don't know why, but it was in the park back there. I've always hit that on my bike when I'm just like flying down here. I'm not going that fast. I don't have my speedometer on. I'm probably going about 10, 15 miles per hour right now. Actually, I'm kind of going a little fast, but so we're doing just one hand. Still got the one hand on the handlebar. This is really easy. This is actually an easier part because I'm just going downhill, and it's downhill, but not super downhill, you know, pretty gradual. And watch out for the dogs, dang dogs. Coming up on some people up ahead. So I'm gonna go nice and easy here. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right, this is getting scary. I'm braking a little bit. There we go. Oh my gosh, okay, all right. So that wasn't totally my fault. I would say I'm gonna blame myself and those other people, because that other cyclist was riding alongside the other. They were riding side by side, and they were crossing the white line here onto my side of the trail. And then I was trying to like maneuver around them with one hand, so that could have been a bad accident. Don't do that! I call it out when I do stupid things. Both cyclists in that case were at fault. I would say myself and the other cyclist. I was mainly only at fault because I'm doing one-handed. I'm trying to go all the way around the park with one hand. Although, like I said, I will probably be switching hands. Now we're coming up on an intersection with automobiles, and the light, the signal is about to change to saying stop for me, for the crosswalk. Well, that's really bumpy right there. So I'm gonna try and slow down and stop here and get off my bike with one hand. I'll do this again. This is actually the hardest part, when you're going slow and you're coming to a stop with one hand. It can be done though. It can be done. I gotta fall to the right side. There we go. It can be done, but it's not easy. All right. This is the tricky part here. Oh, I think I just actually broke my own rule already. I started with two hands. That's kind of annoying though. I give myself a little bit of a break there because I was going downhill, and it's okay, okay. It's all right, it's all right. Here we go. We're going with one hand again. I didn't want to fall to my left because A, that would hurt. I've fallen off my bike before and hurt my wrist really bad once. And B, there was actually another cyclist back there, had like like riding with a little kid with them. I didn't want to cause an accident, obviously, there. So I'm trying to be responsible. Sometimes that requires breaking my own rules. So here we go. Oh man, I am definitely noticing all the bumps on this trail a lot more riding one-handed. But no, as I was gonna say earlier, there are cyclists, obviously. There are people who have one arm or one leg, and they ride a bike, and they can do it just fine. It does take practice though. It does take practice. So we're riding just with one hand. I'm kind of favoring my right arm right now. I am right-handed. And of course I'm leaning down a little bit because this is kind of one of those road bikes geometries. And I can definitely feel the weight on my arm, and my arm's getting a little tired already. So I'm not used to doing this, riding one-handed a lot. Now I could obviously do even more impressive is ride no-handed, you know, no hands all the way around the park here. But it's definitely a lot easier going in a straight line. So when you're doing those turns and you're going downhill, hitting a lot of bumps, that's where it gets more difficult. All right, it's doing good now. One-handed still. Now I can switch hands if I get tired here. So just switched hands. Now we're doing left-handed. Do left-handed for a little bit. One-handed cycling. One-handed cycling. Now, of course, just because I've been riding a bike for many years doesn't change the facts. Just like when you're going on the road with automobiles, just because you may think you're a really good driver doesn't mean it's still not dangerous, because you're around a lot of less experienced people, you know. So right now I'm dealing with a lot of cyclists who aren't that experienced when they're riding side by side and crossing the middle line, you know. Okay, now we're coming up on some pedestrians here. So you gotta slow down.
Congratulations.
Go around these people who are in the bike, on the bike trail. Okay, bumps. Oh man, yeah, there's some pretty bad bumps up here. Oh, I don't want to stop though. Look at that. The light's about to change again. I do not like starting from a stop one-handed. That is really difficult. Boop, boop. Oh, some big bumps. I'm gonna have to stop here though. So I am following the law, the rules with the stoplights and whatnot. All right, I'm gonna fall to my right. There we go, one-handed. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna give it a second, wait for the light to change again. I'm gonna break my own rule again, I think. I'm gonna use both hands to start from a stop, because I am finding that to be the most difficult. Starting from a stop with one-handed. I guess I could start it. There must be a trick to it, right? Oh man. Okay, I had to use two hands there. That was only because I was about to crash. I was about to run into that cone. I think I actually kind of did it there. I didn't practice any of this before the video, guys, so you gotta give me a little bit of a break there. Starting from a stop though with one hand, not easy, not easy. I think you need to kind of start off with your body like you're leaning your weight one way to make sure you stay on one side. Like if you want to start on your right arm, you need to have your body leaning to the right when you get on the bike and you push down on the left pedal. That might be it, I don't know. There's probably gonna be more situations here where I'm gonna have to stop again. I'm doing pretty good so far, slowing down and stopping. It definitely has a lot to do with anticipating stuff way ahead of time, because I did not want to slam on the brakes with one hand on the handlebar. That's a little dangerous. Okay, see, I see a car coming, so I'm slowing, and he's probably slowing too. You going? You're gonna go. Okay, just going a little slower. Good to be cautious, good to be cautious. Okay. Yeah, actually, I think it's easier. I think I feel a little more confident in myself, more comfortable holding the handlebar like this, actually, or at least more like a mountain bike style, even though it's kind of near the center of the bike. Just feels better holding the bike like this versus out here like this. This does feel a little more wobbly. I thought it would be more stable, but I guess not. I guess I actually want my center of gravity, you know, centered. These are the big, had to grab the handlebar. Those are the big bumps right there. There's a big root that goes underneath the trail back there. Hey, dog. All right. Yeah, there's like a little bump under the trail here on this little section, but back there's a really big root that goes on the trail, and I had to grab the handlebar. So how many times have I grabbed the handlebar since I've tried this, starting this challenge? I think I've grabbed the handlebar with both hands like maybe 3 times so far. We've gone approximately, I'd say like 2.5 miles. So I've had to grab a hold of the handlebars about every mile here. About once a mile, once or twice a mile. So this isn't that easy for sure. Big trick is as long as I can stop, you know, as long as I don't have to stop, I should say, as long as I don't have to stop, I can do it. Now I've been using my right hand for a while. Let's switch to the left. There we go, left hand. I'm feeling pretty confident in this. I think because my left arm doesn't feel that tired right now. So let's do this for a little while. Let's use the left arm. A lot of times as I'm cycling, you probably notice when I'm riding my bike, I always have my arm, like one of my arms flailing around, because I often ride my bike with just one hand. It's just that I often go back and forth between two hands, one hand. It's constantly changing positions on the bike, you know, just because it's more comfortable for me to move around on the bike. That's why I like the bullhorn handlebars, because I have a lot of different positions on the bars that way. I don't have the drops, but not often do I find a need for the drops. The drops are nice on a road handlebars for sprinting. I find them especially nice for sprinting. There's not a lot of super steep hills though that I would go down using the drops. Okay, here we go. Now, yeah, I did not stop right there. I'm trying to keep it moving. Trying to keep things flowing through here without completely braking if I don't have to. Kind of doing basically what all the cyclists do around here. Doesn't mean it's right, but for this challenge, I think it's probably the smartest thing to do rather than just constantly start and stop, because eventually I'm going to probably fall and hurt myself. We don't want to do that. But I wanted to try this. I've been thinking about doing this for a while, seeing if how far I could go. I didn't really expect to be able to do the whole round around the park here, you know, like 6 miles without, you know, putting both arms or both hands on the handlebars. So yeah, so far so good. So it's like I'm running really fast, right? I just need to clip the bottom of the video so it looks like I'm running really fast, right? Wouldn't that be funny? That'd be pretty funny. Okay, here we go. Can't see around the corner. Okay. Yeah, the most annoying thing, usually it's not annoying to me, but most annoying thing is the pedestrians. They have every right to be on the trail. It's just like there's another trail for you guys. You don't have to use the paved trail. Okay. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Another bump. I find the best way to go over the bumps one-handed is just kind of coast over them and then kind of like sit up a little more upright, and then don't grip the handlebar as tight. You just have a light grasp on the handlebar. Allow the vibration to just kind of wear itself out. Because if you grasp the handlebar too much, you'll feel the shock all the way up through your arm, and that'll make you feel like you need to compensate for it, and you get kind of unbalanced again. So that's what I'm avoiding doing right now. Whew. I did another video a while back where in that video I challenged myself. I did a really short bike commute to work. It was like 2 mile commute, and my challenge there was to not sit down. So I rode my bike without using the saddle at all. There's a situation, a rare situation, where you need to do that, and that would be if you don't have a saddle or something's broken with your saddle. Okay, now this intersection is going to make me a little, this is where actually I fell once. It's going to make me a little less confident. The dog is on the left. Okay. Because this is where I fell once, because I stopped for a car. If I just rolled to the intersection, it would have been fine. All right, but this is a tight turn over here. I fell right here going the other direction once. I was using clipless pedals, which I don't really use anymore. And that's not the reason why. That was actually when I wasn't very used to using them. But I was indecisive. Indecisions will always get you in trouble. Okay, so we got through that just fine. That was not a problem. Now I gotta climb a hill. Somewhat steep hill, short hill, but a somewhat steep hill. I'm gonna do that one-handed here. I don't think it's gonna be that difficult though. Climbing hills one-handed, let's see. I can't obviously do the rocking back and forth, so I'm gonna be mainly I'm not using my arms at all. So I'm using my leg strength to get up the hill now. Purely leg strength, no pulling, you know, on the handlebars to get up the hill. Doing okay right now, doing okay. Actually, we're going, I don't know, I feel like I'm almost going faster than I would otherwise. I got my butt seated in the saddle, of course, using my legs and resisting against the saddle pretty much. Push myself up the hill. Woo! All right. Definitely feel it through the legs, but we made it up the hill. Cool. Kill. All right, so how far have we gone so far? I think we've gone about 4 miles. 4 miles, so again, probably about every mile I've broken my little rule here, and I've had to put both hands on the handlebars. I'm gonna switch now to the left. Zoop, we're on the left now. Climb a little hill. Oh no, this is gonna be bad. It's like you remember all these little sections of the trail that are just not smooth. There's a bunch of trees here on the left, and there's a lot of tree roots. So this is gonna be really kind of bumpy. So hopefully I can hold on to the handlebars, not fall. I could go slower, but I want to keep that momentum going. So far so good. It's not super bumpy here. It's actually more bumpy up this way. Oh, I'm already feeling the bumps though. So, and I'm pretty much keeping my butt in the saddle because that's the best way to keep myself balanced with one hand. Ugh. I don't think it's possible to ride a bike one-handed standing, you know, out of the saddle, right? You would fall. It's not possible, is it? Maybe it is, you know, like on a unicycle, right? We don't have any handlebars or anything. Up the hill, up the hill. This isn't a unicycle though, and aren't most unicycles like fixed gear bikes? You backpedal to slow yourself down because they don't have handbrakes, right? So I think that's right. So I don't have that. I have a coasting mechanism, you know. I have a freewheel or a cassette, you know, that allows me to freewheel. So there's no way of stopping generally other than to use the handbrakes. I could put my foot or one of my feet on my tire. That's like another way you can brake on a fixed gear bike. But obviously, you know, I'm already limited in what I can do because I'm using one hand, right? So yeah, anyway, so far so good. I think we only got like a mile to go, guys. Just one more mile here. Pretty good. My arm's getting a little tired. I'm gonna switch the other arm. There we go. Woo! Our pedestrian always makes me uncomfortable. Where are they going? Yeah, they're gonna stay over there. Okay, another turn here. Yeah, what would be the smart thing? Whoa, easy. I'm not gonna brake. I think that would have been a mistake to hit the brakes right there because I would have fallen probably. So yeah, what is the best thing to do? You're coming up on a pedestrian. Should you ring a bell? I used to have a bell on my bike. Should you just yell like, hey, on your left? That is the courteous thing to do. Risky though. You should do it way ahead of time. You don't know, they might have headphones in. They might be talking to somebody, they're walking along. Might be focused on the dog. Might be talking on the phone. So it's kind of unpredictable. And how they react to it might be unpredictable. You yell on your left, they may move to their left in your way, right? So if you're gonna do that, I recommend doing it way ahead of time. Hopefully they hear you if you're loud enough. And then they move some direction. Otherwise, I just kind of roll with it, slow down, keep my distance, roll past them. Only thing about that is it can be not courteous if you startle them, right? Of course, safety is paramount. So the way I look at it, make yourself safe, make others around you safe. All right, now there's one last thing with this run here. And that is a hill. There's a steep hill. It's steeper than the last hill. And it's a short hill though, but it's a steep hill and it's coming up in about half a mile. And I have to use all leg strength to get up it. Usually I do have to get out of the saddle to get myself up it. I can get up it really quick, you know, but I get out of the saddle. So I ride a single speed bike, guys, a lot. So I'm used to getting out of the saddle. So this is gonna be different because it engages different muscles, the leg muscles, and climbing hills seated is not really my specialty. So anyway, let's do it. What will help us is to get a little bit of momentum going, a little bit of speed going before the hill. So let's do that now. Get a little more speed. I'm not sure if I want to do this with my right hand or left hand. We're gonna do right hand right now though. I'm gonna stay on right-handed because I am right-handed after all. I've had pretty good control of my bike so far. So I'm gonna say everything I can to jinx it here because that's what I like to do. We gotta jinx it. Hopefully we don't fall. Hopefully we don't hit anybody. Hopefully it's all good. Hopefully nothing horrible happens. Hopefully the moon doesn't just fall through the atmosphere, crash into the planet, and kill us all, you know? Hopefully none of this stuff happens. Hopefully I didn't jinx it. Wow, they cut a bunch of trees here to the right. That's sad. Were those trees in bad shape? I don't even remember. I don't think so. Weird. Now I'm distracted. Even better. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go up a steep hill. There's actually a bump on this hill too, so this is gonna be tough. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Up the hill. Up the bumpy hill. So all the roots, tree roots around. Whew. Up, up. And the last bit is the worst. So it's after this big tree. It's kind of steep. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee. It'd be to my advantage to get a little speed now, but I'm tired. It's okay. We're gonna make it, get some speed. Woo. All right, one-handed, two-legged, up. I made it seem a lot more extreme than it was, didn't I? Ooh, we did it though. We did it. We did it. Where did we start the video? I don't even remember. We came out over that way, I think, so we're still not quite done. About a quarter mile ago. I'm gonna switch hands again. Whew. One more intersection with vehicles over there to the right. So hopefully there's no cars coming. Otherwise we'll have to stop and they're gonna mess up my run. Brake a little bit, very, very light on the brakes. Here we go. Oh no, this is bumpy. Oh no. I do not like leaning to the left. I do not like leaning to the left with just the left arm on the handlebars. That is weird. That is kind of scary. Oh, I did two arms? I think I did two hands there, guys. That was my mistake. That was my mistake, but we did it. Made it to the end. Right up to the end, I'd say. I probably used two hands 5 or 6 times. I don't know. I wasn't really counting. If you were counting, you can go ahead and put it in the comment section below. Anyway, thanks for watching. I am BikeBlogger. We did it. We'll see you next time. Woo-wee. Woo-wee. That was kind of cool. Kind of cool. A little dangerous. Kind of cool though. Stay safe, guys. See you next time. Whew.